Hey guys, today I'm going to answer your questions. You have a lot of questions, but I'm going to answer all of them. First, Icon for Hire or Paramore, and why? That is a really hard question to answer, but I think I'm going to go with Icon for Hire. I just like their sound a little bit more and her lyrics better. Bro, do you even lift? No. If you could choose any profession from Star Wars, Jedi, Sith, bounty hunter, etc., which would you pick? I think I would pick bounty hunter because I can have a lightsaber, but I don't have to side with either view because I can relate to both sides. Do these pants make my butt look big? Yes. How did you come up with the name Cupcakes to Lightsabers? I was trying to start. This page was originally a blog, which doesn't have very many followers, so I decided I'm going to make a Facebook page. So I was thinking of a blog name, and I couldn't come up with one. I was like, well, I really like Star Wars, so lightsabers, and I have a cupcake addiction, so lightsabers to cupcakes. No, that sounds really weird. How about cupcakes to lightsabers, which in the name, it just means that it's not just over one subject. It's anything from cupcakes to lightsabers, so we can talk about anything, I can post anything, and it's not limited to one idea. How did you get your Facebook page to grow so fast? I have no idea. I know I posted a lot. You wanted tips on how to grow a Facebook page. Figure out what people like. I find that a lot of people like cats. I like cats. And the internet likes cats. So post something about cats, but not too many things about cats because some of you don't like cats. If you have a theme, stick to the theme. Don't post things that have been circulated and circulated. Try to find new material. Don't just keep posting the same things. It's hard if you're just on one topic. Like, there were a lot of Hunger Games pages that were started, and then when the obsession with the Hunger Games died down, then the pages just kind of died. I could have made a page just about Star Wars, but that would have limited me to posting about Star Wars. So just keep it an open page where you can post whatever you want. Like I said, find new material and post often. Stay connected. Make sure to respond to comments as much as possible. How old are you? I'm not going to answer that question. I'm sorry. You'll have to guess. But I'm not going to answer you. I'm not going to tell you if you're right or wrong. Do you write comedy books? If so, what are tips to write in comedy? This NaNoWriMo, if you didn't see the video, I would suggest watching it that I did over Nano. This year I'm going to be writing a teen fiction book. Well, I am writing a teen fiction book, which is supposed to include some comedy. I'm not a very funny person, so I'm hoping it's funny, but I have a weird sense of humor, so if it's not funny and everybody hates it, then you probably shouldn't take this advice. But in that video, I said to keep a notebook with you. Funniest, it's hard to think up funny material, but when you're out in life, funny things tend to happen. Keep your notebook with you, write down what you hear. If you listen to different people's conversations, you're probably going to hear something funny eventually, so just always keep your notebook with you and write what you see. What is your opinion on bacon? It's right up there with cupcakes. So, I mean, if I could live on cupcakes and bacon, I would. What's the best meal or food you've ever had? Cupcakes or bacon? Probably. How do you keep up with multiple fandoms? That is a challenge. I'm kind of behind on a couple. I haven't finished season 7 of Doctor Who yet, which I'm working on very hard to finish. But don't start more than one at one time. Try to get through one before you start another. And honestly, I don't completely keep up with all of my fandoms. Sometimes I'll be listing them and I'll completely forget one and then I'll remember it later. but just stay in as many fandoms as you are really into. But if you're not into one, then you can go ahead and drop it if you don't have time. Do you like the first 3 Star Wars or the last 3 better? I am an original person. I just like the history in it. I like watching the documentaries on how they made the special effects. It was a very revolutionary 3 movies. And after seeing the prequels have more action. They have more emotion. But there's also, in my opinion, way more green screen that I do not like. Stewed prunes. Is 3 not enough or 4 too many? I'd say even thinking about stewed prunes was too much. Just stop with the stewed prunes. They don't need to be in your life. Get that negativity out of your life. What's your favorite book series? That's a really hard question to answer. I really like the Left Behind series. I prefer single books though to series. I'm not sure why. I just do. The True Valor series by Dee Henderson is a really good series. When did you first become a nerd? I consider myself more of a geek than a nerd, and if you don't know the difference, there's another video on that as well, about 3 videos back, I believe. But I think was when I first watched Star Wars. I had never really had an obsession with movies or anything before. And then I watched Star Wars and I was like, this is amazing! And I just couldn't stop obsessing over it. And then after that, I found The Hunger Games. After that, there was Batman. After that, Lord of the Rings. And I just found myself in the fandoms. So it's really hard to pinpoint when that started, but it was maybe a few years ago. How can I make Loki fall in love with me? Is there a potion for it? I do not think there is a potion for it, but if I knew, then I think I would be married to him. But the problem is with Loki, he is nearly a sociopath. So he loved his mother, but other than that, he doesn't really have emotional attachments. So if you wanted to be a good mate for Loki, you would need to listen to whatever scheme he had going on at the time, be interested, support him, and be there for him. Act like you're amazed with his genius. That's the kind of thing that you would have to do to make Loki fall in love with you. Which Doctor is your favorite? 10. Actually, on the 25th, I'm going to be going to see the 50th anniversary, and I'm going to be cosplaying as 10. Coincidentally, I'm going to be going alone, and it's going to be really awkward, and I'm going to seem like a really super geeky person, but that's okay because I am. What is the answer to life, the universe, and everything? Cupcakes, unless you're on a diet, and then if you quit your diet, then that would solve most of your problems. Caleb, how awesome am I on a scale of 1 to 10? Well, I'm going to say 1, not saying whether 1 or 10 is the biggest or lowest. I will leave you to think on that. Are you going to audition for Star Wars? I'm going to try to. I need to find different people to help me with the video, and if I can, I will. I do not think I will get the part. There is probably, my chance of getting the part is probably in the negatives, but I'm going to try for it anyways because if I don't, I know I'll regret it later on in life. Do you like my hat? Yes, Alegna, I love your hat. It's very original. You should wear it in public all the time. Will you go to VidCon? I wish I could. I would love to go there, but at this time I can't. Eventually I will. Eventually. Do you YOLO swag or swag YOLO? I do neither because I kind of hate both of those terms, and I could almost hate you for using them. Please do not apply them to me at any time in your life ever again. Do you like Transformers? I haven't seen Transformers, sadly. Why am I asking so many questions? Well, I assume it's because you're an inquisitive or very bored person. I'm going to go with the latter, because if you weren't bored, then you probably wouldn't be talking to me. What does the fox say? And you said not to answer this, but I'm going to. It says ding 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 ding, something like that. Or otherwise, if I'm wrong, then we do not know what the fox says. Polka dots or checkers? Why can't we mix them? I can't choose. I want checkered polka dots. If the earth was overthrown by guinea pigs, would you rebel or be honored with the opportunity? I think I'd buy a really big microwave and see what happens when you microwave guinea pigs. Though I really don't, they kind of scare me, though I like them. So I might be honored. It just depends on if they could talk and what they said. Because if they said what the fox says, then I would probably slaughter them all. If you could create your own planet, what would it be called and what would it be like? I don't know what I would call it, but it would involve a lot of books, and everybody would have a superhero, a superpower, not a superhero. Everybody would have a superpower, and they would all be different superpowers. And there wouldn't be very many people on this planet, just really awesome ones that have watched Star Wars. If you could meet one celebrity in your life, who would you pick? Did you have to ask me that question? Probably Tom Hiddleston. Probably, though I'm not positive on that. If you could have any superpower, what would it be? Invisibility. Or mind reading. Probably mind reading, or I don't know. That's a really hard question. What's your shoe size? 7. I have really tiny feet, and I think that was a guy that asked me this question. If it wasn't, I'm sorry. But in guy sizes, that would be a size 5. If you were a gumball, what color would you be? I hope I would be purple. But I don't know, because I've never been a gumball. Or maybe I have, and I just don't remember. What's your take on Star Wars Episode 7? That is a hard question to answer. I'm somewhat dreading it but I don't feel that they can change the originals more than they did with the prequels. Since the original actors and actresses are too old now to play their original parts and continue the original story, then I know it'll be a completely different story. So, I know that I hope they don't mess with the original story. I'm kind of glad that they're doing another one just to see how it turns out, but I'm also worried about all the new people that are going to join the fandom and say, oh, I like Disney's the best, and then I'm going to want to kill a whole lot more people than I do at this current moment. Where do you think they'll take the story? I'm hoping that they go with Jacen and Jaina. If you've read the book, so you know who I'm talking about, but I want to see what happens with Han and Leia's kids. But I don't want it to be a kids movie. I don't want it to focus on teenagers. I would like there to be a deeper underlying story or moral to it, kind of like there were in the originals. I want there to be more to it than just the story. If I were in control of the script, what would I do? I would have the teenagers be kind of subplot, but mainly have it focus on the Jedi and the Sith, like people in the council. I think it would be interesting to see a history of some of the characters, like if you went back and did the story of Yoda, things like that I would be really interested in seeing. Now I have to answer the awkward questions. There are 2 of them. 2 people asked me why I'm so awesome, and I do not think I'm very awesome because I'm not more awesome than you. You guys are pretty awesome. So I really don't know how to answer that other than saying that I do not know how to answer that. And then the second question was, why are you so pretty? Well, there's only one answer that I can give you to that, and it's because of makeup, guys. Makeup. So, I hope I've answered all your questions. I'm really good at this whole makeup thing, you know. Ooh, I kind of look like a man. If you've ever wondered what I look like with a beard and mustache, here you go. If you have any other questions, I think eventually I'm going to do another video for question and answers. If I miss one of your questions, then comment below and I will answer it. Thank you for watching the video. I know this has been really long, and thank you for the compliments. Bye. I can't get it off and I look like Snooki.